Of the National Khoi and San Heritage Route, which is a national legacy project, is widely welcomed in the Khoi and San community in Port Elizabeth. The route will identify, highlight, conserve and promote the heritage of the Khoi, the Nama, the Griekwa, the Khorana as well as the San. This project contributes towards the acknowledgement of the previously neglected and marginalised South African communities. It also gives effect to the Traditional and Khoi-San Leadership Act, which legislates for the recognition of the Khoi and the San traditional leaders. Our reporter Lerato Fekisi has more.
We are broadcasting live from Bethelsdorp. It looks like just an ordinary bush, but it is not. This is where the original Khoi and San are believed to have had their footprint here in the Eastern Cape, and they are burning in Impepo, which is what my colleague Natasha Magulu is showing you. Just a background of where we are. This is Bethelsdorp, where the first Khoi and San are believed to have had their footprint, and as they celebrate this huge milestone, there is no other better place we could cross to. I think in your intro you really hit it on the nail when you said that this specific project aims to acknowledge those who were previously marginalised within our South African Constitution, and the Khoi-San, like they did 2 years ago, marched into the union buildings asking for various things. One, the inclusion of the Khoi and San language as an SA official language, and also their recognition as the first SA indigenous people into this country. But joining me this afternoon is Chief Bekkies, one of the pastors here of the Khoi and San. Pastor, we spoke earlier on that the Khoi and San have a great role to play in restoring the moral fibre that is depleting in our society.
Yes, Lerato, very good morning to you once again. It's indeed a great privilege for us, and you can say my heart is at ease. You know, when you come out of a battle for so long, and sometimes there's doubt in your heart that will you ever achieve what you want to achieve. But I want to thank the Lord for this beautiful day and gesture that the government acknowledged us now. Yes, we were recognized in the past, but never acknowledged as a nation. For this, we can say this is the best thing that could have happened with us for the last 400 years. And I can really, I've got no words to explain my excitement. For now, for the first time, we will be seen as a nation, not as just people that are recognized they were here and they were part, but for now we will also have a say in society. Also, that's really breaking our hearts is if you compare the social stand and the social life of our people today, it's driven far away from what we as the Khoi and the San really lived up to in the past. There was never laws written on paper, but it was deep in our hearts. Our grandparents, our old ones told us how we used to live, and we adhere to that. But now, I believe still the Khoi and the San is eager to pick up where we lost, not lost, were taken away from us. We want to bring our young people back to the standards that the Khoi and the San lived for. What is going on in South Africa is not what we used to have when we as the Khoi and the San roaming these mountains. We were living in peace. There was no rape, there was no killing, there was no robbery. We were living in peace, and what was yours, Lerato, was also mine. I never claim anything as mine. It was the Khoi and the San. That's what but it's a beautiful and happy day for us, event that we will be acknowledged as a nation.
Joy is there coming from the chief saying that this is a huge achievement, but still so much yet to be done for the recognition of the Khoi and San in South Africa. Chief, you also obviously are celebrating this milestone, but there are still some things outstanding. The recognition of your language. I know that in other areas in South Africa it has been recognized, but you're also wanting it forward to go as little as grade R, even varsity, taking on this language as part of the SA languages.
Hi, good day Lerato, and good day to all the listeners, the viewers. Well, I can only echo the sentiment of everyone else before me that we are very elated and excited about the new act, and the kids are the future. Some of the chiefs here have mentioned great leaders and people who led this fight, but it needs to go on from here, and it will start with those children. And just by having this act will be a valuable tool for us to bring the people closer to their culture.
Let's bring in the last chief right now. Chief, the one thing that Mr. Martin was speaking about earlier on is land, that a chief without land is like a rhino without a horn. How important is it for the Khoi and San, besides this specific milestone, if you just come closer for me, how important is this milestone for you, and also how important is it for at least for you guys to get some land?
Yeah, thanks to all listeners, just to everybody. For me, land is a very sensitive thing. Land is like, this is the reason why we actually today starving, because we don't have the ability to provide food for ourselves, and that's why land, as the chief said, is a rhino without a horn. Thank you very much.
And as a Khoi-San, what does this achievement mean for you? And is it also perhaps a step in that direction for you guys to be recognized as really the first indigenous people in this country?
Yeah, in the past it seems to me that the footprint of the Khoi used to be disappearing, but with this notice from government, it just told us and showed us that our heritage site will be conserved, protected and promoted, and also our people are very unaware of the deep heritage ability of people here, so they must come closer to our heritage and learn more about the culture.